All right, Jesus Christ, let's get this Archon quest finished. I do have a question though. This is completely irrelevant to literally anything and there's no implications on anything, but I was just curious. Since it seems that Farina existed before she became Focalors, or Focalors split herself from her and like she became the faux Archon, did she have a vision before she became the Hydro Archon? Irrelevant question, but I'm just curious. Did she already have a vision? Completely irrelevant.
Mondstadt.
Let's go to La Poisson. Why is it just called Fish? I'm sorry, can someone explain that to me? Why is this place just called Fish? It's not really how I would be naming my fantasy spaces, but I guess I didn't create the game. You're okay? You're still speaking to the Fatui? I see. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, where'd the dude just disappear to?
Hey,
Oh, there he
we're
is.
just having a look around. I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
It was only 12.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
Ooh, Charlotte. Love interest?
But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
His eyes are pretty. They normally don't give too much attention to the eyes of the randos, but I think his are quite pretty indeed.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
Clend! I love this woman.
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
I just wish she'd learned the concept of not wearing a button-up shirt when you have knockers! Because you have this situation going on here and it looks repulsive. Can you please just get yourself a different shirt that doesn't have buttons? I swear to God, woman, I'm sick of staring at your breasts. Worried that a button's gonna pop.
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with
Yeah,
Miss
fair.
Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
I assume we have to go see Farina at some point. How is she treating others and how are others treating her? And what role does she have in society now?
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Ah, that is true. I didn't think about it from that angle.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
And someone more talkative than Clend.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
What's it for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
It's a pretty nice photo, all things considered.
Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Paimon, the word cute is something I would never use in association with you.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
She'll take some pictures of Poisson after clicking the shutters and also,
All
sorry,
right,
I was
that should do it.
drinking.
I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Hey, you got one? You already knew she was going.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillet, and he told you, right?
She got the in through Siegewin. Okay, that was a smart angle to approach through.
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
She wants to hear about the fortress. Interesting. Hi, Garrett.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
There you go. He must like you.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
Speaking of that, would you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow.
She
it's like
likes
we've got a
shortbread.
menu or something. Sure.
Clarence has a sweet tooth.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhovich?
Me? I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
Also a very fine choice.
All right. Leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Snezhovich. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you too.
You probably shouldn't be sharing lipsticks because, you know, saliva is a thing. And the human mouth is a vile damn thing. Go to the Fortress of Meripede. I really want to see more Ridesley Neuvillette scenes. I feel like we haven't had enough of those. I want more. How do I get there? Let's just go here and it can tell me where to go. Is that just the next floor down? Yay, I can do this. Oh yeah, I want more Neuvillette Risley interactions. And Clarence can be there too. I still want them to be with Zhongli. Then they can have a drinking club. That'd be the best.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
You? Always.
Duke, did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
It's like this place isn't even a prison. It's a bloody amusement park at this point.
Of course, of course.
What was the agreement?
All right then, this way.
Look happier, Jurio. You too, Lorene.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier.
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on.
What vibe did Edwin give?
The boat that brought about a miracle. The ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really doesn't know how to squeeze opportunities for all their worth.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple?
I was waiting for that.
Well then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, just pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
You walk with Wrightsley, sorry, for a while and share the news above the
see.
ground with him.
Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
Oh, yeah.
You sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Get a sneaky photo of Wrightsley while you can.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right, last stop, the docks.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you in one of Charlotte's photo shoots one day.
So would I.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really require much photographing.
It's precisely because we don't need the picture that they'll have value as keepsakes. You don't really look all that opposed to the idea, you know.
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to once again avoid the spotlight. I think this interview went well either way.
Yes, you successfully kept prying eyes away by using Mr. Jurier and Miss Lurvine as shields. Very good.
You should be happy for them. They have a bright future ahead of them.
Do you want head pats for being such a good boy? Ah, lovely. Where are we going next? I didn't read my instructions. Head to a maritime harbour. Oh, that's right, the front fontaine. Right back to where we started. Is this gonna be where we meet with the magician lot, or are we gonna meet Verena? I wanna meet Verena. Yeah, it is Lenny. And Lynette and Fremine.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
I knew they would be using those.
Traveler, Paimon. And Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Don't look at me. I already know what they are.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is she trying to encourage her brother to befriend people?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
Oh, look at Lynette being the perfect wingman.
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
You sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Wow, getting out of his shell. Good on you, Fremine. It sounds like that would suit him.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
But we like watching Lynette do it.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler?
I'm doing fine.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
Seriously? My man gets his powers back and then he gives them away? There has to be some agreeable reason that all these Archons are willingly giving their freaking gnosis to the Tsaritsa. But I just can't fathom what it is. I still like my dragon theory. But this just still seems odd. Just so many of them are voluntarily giving it up. I think Venti was the only one who didn't. I don't know, that was too many years ago. Let's just get to the end game so I can find out what the answer is.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
Well, I suppose if he keeps it, he's going to draw the eye of Celestia, which he doesn't want to do.
It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
I don't think any of the above is worth a gnosis, though.
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
Skirk still has him.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya
Ooh, really?
to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
But I still have his vision. Jesus, Child. I know you're injured and all, but like, do you not care about your vision? Stop using your delusion. Well, I guess I can now call him one of my war buddies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
Yeah, never would have pictured that from Mondstadt.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
I'll never get over that.
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
I know.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as Harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks.
Yeah, tell that to the doctor. There's no forgiving that gentleman's crimes.
Switching my masks is something I've always done.
And I guess the Senora, because we totally killed her. So I guess two of them couldn't have been forgiven. Will you keep to your position?
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Does this mean that we won't get to pull for the knave for a very long time? I was kind of hoping that we could pull for her during Fontaine's run. Oh, there's the vision. But I'm starting to wonder if we're not going to get her until Natlan. You know, Pyronol. I actually just remembered something. Please help us deliver this.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
I hope it works properly this time. We never really got an explanation for why it was faulty, did we?
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Get the camera out quick before she runs.
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Oh, she's not running.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Bye. I have a feeling it's going to be a very long time until I meet you again. Sad face.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence.
She's awesome.
I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but I think Lynette is honestly one of the prettiest characters they have in this game. Even though her eyes look pretty basic, just her entire head is just so pretty, from her eyes to just her face to her hair and then the bow. She's just freaking adorable.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go?
The only problem is the star.
Here,
Don't like the
Traveler,
star.
Paimon, you take one too.
I don't need a bag of holding, dear.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too.
That's why I thought you were here on the docks.
What do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends.
See the way the sun is hitting that waterfall? Nice.
All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Well, guess we send Charlotte off. Shall we go see how Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
They actually left. I thought I was going to talk to him like I talked to everybody else, but nah, they went bye-bye. Anyway, they said that he was around the back, didn't they? Ugh, I can't get round the back, Neverlette. I've got to go the slow way. Rude. Oh, we could go through the building? Gross. wasn't going around. Didn't think I had to go in. I was like, I didn't remember going in last time.
Fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Double never let. I'm so good at doing this.
So, you really are here, Nervalette. Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
There's the lighthouse.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way.
I'm sorry, what reason would he have to pass by the rear of the opera house? Heh.
In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Neverlet sighs softly before telling you the truth concerning what he saw that day. I mean, he has to, because we have to meet up with Farina. Folklore deceived the Heavenly Principles and used Farina's endless performance to save Fontaine.
Whoa. So that's what happened?
I only saw Farina's part myself.
Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign!
And then you gave it away!
But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from dissolving.
Did he take the primordial sea out of their blood, perhaps?
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true
the blood, not just
after
took
the
it.
fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
You could say that it was at that moment that the Fontanians were finally truly born.
Yeah.
And they don't even know it.
Speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too.
Which is true. Yay. Go original Hydro Archon. Except it came at the cost of Focalor's life. And I'm still not fucking okay with that. Neither is
It seems
he.
from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.